exiting this maze over here. But I found out some interesting information about the witches in this area being martyred. There seems to be, feels very sort of witchy area. Some strange hanging materials. What's this? Someone's painted these ants on that. Hand painted. How you doing, no mask? Have you can I see what it says on them? I've got a wee stream on one side, there's strange hanging stuff on this side. I think it's like a mock washing line. It's obviously not a real washing line. Aye, we're over at the maze over there, and we found a memorial to some victims of witchcraft burning. And they burned the witches and warlocks. I was trying to get connected back onto my GoPro, but I can't seem to find my personal hotspot. Quite a cool area. Smell death. What's that? Something was burned here, I think. What's that? What the hell is that? A light? Something, God knows. Whatever that is, that stinks. See the flies flying around it. What the fuck is that? Is it shite? Something's been going on here. It stinks. Whatever that is, it stinks. Holy crap, mate. You just donated $10. How you doing, Anunnaki? Do you know what? I forgot to put my super chat on. Because like I said, I was trying to monetize my channel since I've been off work. How you doing, Chris? I don't know what that is like. I don't know what that is. It's disgusting. It stinks. It actually stinks. But I was trying to monetize my channel because I was only getting a sick line, and I have been for the past 7 weeks. So I thought I'd monetize my YouTube channel, see if I can get any extra money. And the adverts are ridiculous. Like, you're not getting any money with the adverts. Like thousands of views and you get like 80 pence. But that's appreciated, Anunnaki, man. I'm just what the hell's this place, man? I'm just wandering through an area called Tullibole. I was just up at an abandoned graveyard. What the fuck is this? There's just headstones all scattered about the grass and it's all overgrown. There's no church there. But apparently there's remains of a church. It smells like death around here. It smells like something's died. See, where are we? We're probably going to end up walking into some private estate. That's appreciated, mate. It's my first ever super chat. Oh my god. Are you kidding? You just donated an art. Here, mate, stop donating. I was happy with the 10. Thanks for that, mate. That is really appreciated, by the way. That's awesome. Thanks very much. Oh, wait a minute. Just found something, guys. Through the trees here. It's like an old building, an old castle or something. Or a ducat. A dovecot, as you would say in English. In Scotland we call it a ducat. It's a place where they keep pigeons and birds. Some rope here. Cool. I'm starting to see some bits of private estate. Starting to look private over here. A ducat. A dovecot. Where they keep doves. That's quite a well kept one. They collected the guano. What they done is they housed like hundreds of birds in this thing, and they collected the guano for gunpowder. So they made gunpowder out of the guano and fertiliser. What the hell's going on here? You can see some kind of peacock. A peacock and its wee hens over here. Like baby peacocks. Back at 4. Look at this. See some apple trees over here. I'm starting to feel like I'm wandering into some private ground now. You can see the male peacock over there. There's a male peacock. So this will be private grounds. There's probably a bigger castle around here. There's an orchard over there, you can see the apples. This seems to be in this rhubarb. Nice big rhubarb patch here. Look at the rhubarb. Massive. Massive rhubarbs. Look at that. Just going to have a closer look at this ducat. This dovecot. I can hear some kind of vehicle driving around. I don't know if it's a gardener or what. door. Got a small entry. Like I said, you can see a private ground here. There's probably a big castle about here somewhere. In fact, I think I can see it through the trees here. A castle. They would have kept birds in here. But it's unusual where it's not got the holes where the birds usually sat. That's about 30 feet tall, something like that. I know. They've done a good job of destroying all of these buildings. Let them go to waste. You still do a bit of witchcraft around here, to be honest with you. No telltale signs. Oh, look, in front of us here. This must be the castle. The castle house. There's a big peacock sitting there. That's a solid house, mate. That's more like a castle house. Stones and bricks are forever, mate. What I like about stone, for me, it almost represents eternity. It's like a stone is forever. Trees and stuff will rot away, but you still have the stones. I get that smell again, like something's died in the vicinity. A rotten smell. So thanks for that donation. That'll go towards my petrol money. My diesel. And since you were late to the show, Ananaka, I'll show you the maze in the graveyard. Mind you, where does this take us? Let's go and see the witch's maze. I was streaming from the GoPro earlier. I was streaming for this earlier. So if you look in the last video that I done, you'll get to see the abandoned graveyard. But I'm going back that way anyway, so we'll see it again, going back to the car. I might go somewhere else after this as well. That's strange. That, don't know what's going on there. It stinks. That stinks, whatever it is. I can't believe I got my first donation there. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. That's where we were earlier, guys, with the weird things hanging. Since yous are here, I might as well go back in the maze. If you missed the earlier stream, here's the witch's maze here. It's one of those hedge mazes. Some nice brambles growing now. It's getting to that time of the year. There's the maze there, guys. In the middle is a memorial to the witches that were burnt in this area. I think they were maybe killed up at the churchyard. So do you want me to go back through it? Did you miss the last stream, people? Sadly, my Nineveh no longer exists. Only ancient homes within it. The ancient walls have been obliterated and last south gate a few years back by ISIS. I remember seeing that in the news, them destroying that gate. I was lazy as hell this morning, then I had a guilt-induced flurry of activity this afternoon for about 2 hours anyway. Something over there. Got dead end already. I think I'll be able to memorise. It's quite a tricky wee maze actually. Shout out the words and ask an adult what the words mean. Oh, we've seen certain words like racism and prejudice, and so It's like a game you play with adults. Is this another dead end? No fucking way. No way. How's that another dead end? It's another dead end. Cobwebs all over my face. Let's see. Darn. I'm about 3 layers in now. You telling me that's a dead end? No way. No way. Where have I missed? Where did I miss? I think that's an unofficial opening. Let's go through the bush. Right. That was a cheat. I cheated there. Right, we're nearly there. Dead end. Jesus Christ, man. This is some maze, by the way. No way. There can't be 2 dead ends. There's another dead end. Can you believe that, guys? Can you believe that? I'm actually starting to panic now a wee bit. Oh, there we go. There's an opening there. That's the same opening. Is that the same opening I just went through? Fucking hell, man. Guys. This maze is nae joke. Can you believe that? Maybe I shouldn't have cheated. The ankle's still a wee bit sore. If you're a wee kid running through this, God, you would get lost. That's us in the centre, guys, eventually. Jesus. Right here is a witch's memorial. You can see it's a pentagram, which is a fitting shape for the old witches. Agnes Murray, Bessie Henderson, Isabella Rutherford, Robert Wilson, Bessie Neal, Margaret Lister, Agnes Bruh, Janet Payton of Kilduff, 1662. Janet Burrough, 1662. Quite nice carving actually. Wonder if this comes off of this. This lifts off. You just got some of the of measles and smallpox. Many keep a ewe sheep in their chamber or on the bed because these creatures are easily infected and draw the venom to themselves, by which means some ease may happen to person. A decoction of barley or the roots of sorrel or of hearthorn is profitably used for drink in the beginning of disease, especially when the fever is vehement. But if the fever is not very violent, a decoction of barley and figs will be very profitable, effectually driving the humours to the skin. Anoint the eyes every hour with plantain or rough water, in which saffron is dissolved before the pox begins to appear. If any pox appears in the eyes, pigeon's blood must often be dropped in. When the eyes so swell that they cannot be opened, they must be often washed with a decoction of linseed, and so the swelling will fall and the eyes open. To preserve the nostrils, they must often smell vinegar. If pox be within the nose, it must be dressed with a liniment of the oil of sweet almonds. And finally, if an ulcer happens in the nose, it must be dressed with the liniment of oil of yolk's eggs and a juice of plantain stirred together in a wooden mortar. So facebook.com, The Witch's Maze. The Act passed by the Scottish Parliament in 1563, which said that witchcraft, sorcery and necromancy were crimes to be punished by death. And these were the victims. So let's see, Robert Wilson. On the second trial, Robert Wilson, Bessie Neal and Margaret Lister, Janet Payton and Agnes Burrough were found guilty and sentenced to be burnt on the following day. On the second trial, Robert Wilson, the following day. That's all the same on the second. Christian Grieve trial, 4 and 5. Christian Grieve was put to her trial in July 1662, and although the evidence against her appears to have been strong, the Hale Assize in one voice declared that they will not convict her in no point of witchcraft, nor cleanse her in no point, and yet within a period of 3 months, the same jury under the same presiding judge, and apparently without any additional evidence, convicted her, and she was strangled and burnt on the 5th day thereafter. So like I said, they were all strangled, burnt, hung. Witchcraft in early Scotland in the Middle Ages. Most people are uneducated and highly superstitious, especially in rural areas. Witches or charmers were a normal part of society, and people from all social classes would consult them to help rid themselves of illness or some other misfortune. John Burgh, the Warlock of Fossaway, who was a falsary. Whatever a falsary is. He was tried at Edinburgh on November the 24th, 1643, found guilty and sentenced to be strangled and burned on the Castle Hill of Edinburgh, which was carried into execution. Poor bastards. Poor people, just for believing in something else. They were strangled and burned. And it was a lot of this Catholic religion that didn't like it. In the Catholic Church. Reasoning. Malice. Perjury. Logic. That's one that Anunnaki will like. Logic. Can he do his job without it? There is witchcraftery at foot. So guys, a witchcraft memorial in the middle of a witch's maze. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. And the maze isn't a joke, I've got to say. If I was a kid running about this, I'd start panicking. All these spider webs across my face. It's getting out the thing as well. That's a dead end. So I'm going to walk back to the car, guys, but I'm going to cut through the old abandoned graveyard just up past here. I'll have another look. So there's two ways here. That's a dead end. Loathing. Loathing. A hard dead end. There's the exit here, so we're nearly there, guys. What the deuce? We'll get out here and we'll go and look at the abandoned graveyard. Right, so I was two away from the exit, and now I feel like I'm getting deeper in the maze again. There we go. So guys, that was the Witch's Maze, and it's a strange part of Scottish history, the whole witchcraft thing. Like, where was the graveyard? I can't remember coming through here, but I'll go through anyway. Find the abandoned graveyard, and there's a church as well, but I think the foundations, you can only see the foundations, but I can't even see it with the vegetation. Wow. That's some mushroom. Is that a mushroom? Holy crap. Look at that. It's huge. Look at these massive stones for the wall. Ever seen stones that size on a wall? Look at it. Massive. Looks like 1883. Carved in the tree there. Look at these stones. Huge. There's a good chance there was probably a stone circle around this area, and these have been reconstituted for the wall. These massive stones, because these aren't normally used, stones this size, for like dry stain walls. Look at the size of that. Almost like it looks like it's been carved. It looks like it's been carved to some degree. These walls are ancient. Moss in them. You get nice sunlight, so you get so much moss here. So guys, ancient churchyards have usually got the yew tree. This is an abandoned graveyard. See some of the gravestones here. Gregor McClelland died at Crook of Devon, March 1898. His wife Isabella Shearer died at Kinross. Just to think there's people buried here. It's crazy. There's actually people buried around here. And like all the old graveyards, churchyards, they're built on a sort of hill. Let's see if we can go on. We have to go up a bit of a hill. See here, there's a obelisk inside the trees. More gravestones. It's a better view of the obelisk. A gravestone there. So this is that must be the perimeter. That's to the maze. Grave enclosure here. Church and altar. Hogback stones, 5 parts. Wonder what that is. Slight remains of the church are a little to the north of the centre, roughly the oval graveyard, which is south to the north-east of the policies of Tullibole Castle. The church appears to have been a structure of about 6.7 metres from north to south, and the overall length of about 24.5 metres, but with slight traces of cross division about 3 metres from the east end. The Church of Tullibole was granted in 1217 by Malcolm. So there was a church here in 1217. Try to find the remains of it. We walk around, see if you can find any remains. Is this a piece of the church, possibly? This looks like another old gravestone. This could be a brick from the church. But there was a church here at some point. Unusual stone. It's like a sideways grave. Old slab. fact, that could be the remains of the church there, guys. Aha. Aha. Something here. Yep. This is possibly a square. It's a rectangle. You've got a square piece here, got a rectangular sort of extension onto it. So this must be the old church that was here. It's like a rubble style, like the dry stain sort of style, rubble. Watch my ankle when I'm walking on all this shit. I'm back. Don't know why, but my camera just froze. But you can see the foundations, the remains of a building here, and you can see the extension. And I think it ran north to south rather than east to west. That's the thing about the modern churches, they're usually facing east to west. And the very old churches are usually north to south. $17.20. Some more grave slabs there. Crazy. So the old churchyard there, graveyard here, the witch's maze down there. Interesting wee place to visit, guys. Sacred to the memory of James Stocker, eldest son of the late Thomas Stocker of Kilduff, who departed his life on the 28th of May 1814, aged 16 years old. "16-year-old. Right, people, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this wee adventure. Like I said, guys, I'm just easing my way back into it again. I don't want to do anything too strenuous. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of this ancient church. The abandoned graveyard, that's pretty cool. But my car's just parked over there, so I'm just going to walk to the car. I hope you all have a great day, and I want to thank Ananakai for the donations, man. That's so appreciated. I didn't even think I'd get one. It's actually surprising. So I want to thank you, man, and everybody else that watched. Have a good day.